Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo, and today I'm here for another E3 prediction video. In this video, I'm going to be going over my thoughts and predictions for a Switch Mini at E3. So let's get right on into it. So obviously guys, the rumors for a Switch Mini coming out this year in the summer are plenty. We got that original Wall Street Journal report. I believe Eurogamer has gone over it. Wall Street Journal's come back to it many times. Many other places have talked about it, and all of them seem to be pointing to a Switch Mini coming out this summer. And well, I mean, summer is here and we need an announcement, so E3 seems like a great place. But do I think it will be there or not? Let's get into that. Nintendo claims that there will be no hardware announcements at E3. That is what they're saying. They're saying nope, no Switch Minis, no Switch Pros, nothing like that, no 4K docks, nothing happening at E3. For sure ain't gonna happen. But this is Nintendo we're talking about, and I tend to be a little skeptical on all their this isn't happenings kind of things, because Nintendo has lied to us about hardware before. Reggie himself denied the DS Lite's existence days before its reveal. So we do have reason to believe that Nintendo could be lying to us. They could just be saying this to cover themselves up. But they've also said different things at E3 that actually were true, like a few years back when they talked about their mobile games when their mobile initiative was first being revealed. They said they're not going to talk about mobile at E3, and well, they didn't. So kind of a spy track record here on whether or not they actually talk about the things they say they're not going to talk about. But I do think there's good reason to launch a Switch Mini this year, and a lot of it is because of the software coming out this year. There are so many games coming out this year that were previously handheld experiences that would work great on a Switch Mini. Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Link's Awakening, Luigi's Mansion, and Fire Emblem are all games that, well, back in the Wii U and 3DS era, definitely would have been on the 3DS and not the Wii U. These are definitely games that are typical to handheld-only systems rather than the home consoles. So, to see them come out on the Switch, it would be nice if there was a more handheld-focused Switch coming out this year to support all those games. So, I'm going to go ahead and predict that there will be a Switch Mini here at E3. I just don't see another time for them to announce something like this that, you know, lines up with the rumor that it's coming out in the summer. There's no other good time. I mean, they could have a random direct, like, next month, you know, or like July, saying like, oh yeah, here's a Switch Mini, here's how it works, and we're gonna launch it next month. But why? Why not show it off at the biggest gaming conference of the year? Why not have it as something huge to show off during E3 to really bolster your lineup of announcements? I just don't see them not showing it off at E3, and I definitely think it is happening, so I feel like this is the best time for them to show it off. But what are some features that I think are going to be in the Switch Mini that they will announce at E3? Well, first off, I think they'll announce it at a $200 price point. Yes, I do believe that it will be $200, not $250. I believe that for what they're going for, I don't see it only being $50 cheaper. Why would you not just pay the $50 and get the big main, you know, home console experience as well? I just don't see the point. It just doesn't make much sense for it to be anything above $200, otherwise, what's really the point? It's kind of, you know, to save money, to be more portable, but if you're not really saving that much money, why does it even exist? I also think that there will be $260 Animal Crossing and Pokemon bundles coming out in the later half of the year. As for features, one key feature that I think they will keep from the home console version is that it will work with the dock, but I don't think it will actually be included. I think it will work with a dock, but I'm not sure if it will work with the dock that you use for your normal Switch. I think there might be a Switch mini dock that's separate. Maybe it's a bit cheaper. Maybe it's only 30 to 50 bucks instead of $90. That's the price for the current Switch dock, because I think they're going to want to make it a lot cheaper. I think it'll be smaller, and I think it will have, you know, less USBs as well, just to lower down on the price. But I do think it will be able to connect to the TV. I just don't think it'll be included. I just really don't see it being a Switch if you can't actually switch with some kind of add-on. I made a video all about it. You can check it up in the eye. But I do think a Switch Mini would work with a dock. One of the reasons I'm not sure if it will work with the current dock, though, is that I do think there will be a major design change. I think the console will be shrunk down to just the size of the screen, eliminating the bezel and making the Switch more portable in the process. I also think that the controllers will be attached to the system like a 3DS, but will work with the Joy-Cons and Pro Controller for docked and tabletop play. And I think the HD Rumble, however, will still be included. Some are saying that they'll cut it for price reasons. I think it will probably be still included because I think it's necessary for some games, and plus it's just a major Switch feature that I don't feel like they should cut. Another thing that I think that will confirm at E3 is that it still works with Nintendo Labo. Since the screen size and my version of the design would be the same, and I think support for Joy-Cons and Pro Controller would be allowed, Labo should technically still work. I think they will have some kind of add-on so that the Switch Mini fits in better to the Labo VR, but I do think it will work with the headset and you'll be able to play all of the Labo VR games with your Switch Mini. And finally, I think that they will announce that the Switch Mini is going to use the Tegra X2. I made a whole video on how the Tegra X2 could be used well for a Switch Pro and a Switch Mini, which you can check up in the eye. But essentially, I think an X2, instead of being used for its raw power, would be used for its extreme energy efficiency over the Tegra X1. Nintendo doesn't typically talk about, you know, the specs for power, but I think they would mention the specs in light of the fact that it allows them to have twice the battery life of the current Switch, which would be a major selling factor for the console. So yeah guys, that's my predictions for Switch Mini at E3. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think the Switch Mini will be at E3? And if it is, what features do you think they will announce? Thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell icon for notifications of all my videos so you don't miss any of my E3 prediction videos. Also, please, if you would, share this video with everyone you know who is interested in a Switch Mini and hyped for E3 2019. And I'll see all you awesome people later on What About Nintendo. Bye.